Kevin Hester, you are ridiculous.
The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, we crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Shut up. See that? That's your IQ, buddy. 0.
Hungry Chicago, finally champions on this January day in New Orleans.
This is the Barely Qualified Podcast with your hosts, Nick Labris, Jason Maxwell, and Drew Bailey.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Barely Qualified. I am Drew Bailey. Joining me as always are Nick Labris and Jason Maxwell. We're here to break down all things Bears, take a look around the NFL, and as always have some good times with some good people. Big welcome to all of you that can join us here on YouTube. If you aren't joining us on YouTube on a bi-weekly basis, get on down there, check us out, see what we're doing, talk a little bit. And right now, we're currently watching the Jags versus Chiefs on Monday Night Football on Amazon Prime, and the Cubs versus the Brewers over on TBS, Game 2 in the NLDS. Week 4 brought us a lot of first-round buys in the NFL season. Didn't slow down the action at all, even without some Bears football. But we've got a little break. We had some fun time on last Wednesday talking Bears football and other things. But for tonight, we're going to have something a little bit new for you guys. Not a lot of Bears talk, but we're going to do some new things and have some fun times here. But before we get to that, I want to tell you guys all that Barely Qualified is proudly fueled by the fizz of Glen Rock Pop, Lake County's legendary soda revival. Crafted with pure cane sugar, poured into classic glass bottles, and bursting with nostalgic flavor, Glen Rock is more than a drink. It's a hometown icon. Whether you're sipping on orange cream soda or the MVP, all new lime, Glen Rock is bringing the joy back to every corner of Lake County. Want to catch their pop-up trailer in action? Follow Glen Rock Pop on Facebook for the latest event stops. Ready to stock up? Head to glenrockpop.com to find your retailers near you. From tailgates to game days, Glen Rock Pop is the ultimate sideline sip. Don't just drink, celebrate. So, we can talk a little bit Bears. I don't think there's much to talk about. Nick, if you have anything, I think we were kind of tossing it around. There's not much to say, not much to look at. We're going to review the game, or we're going to preview the game on Thursday against the Commanders. But Jay, Nick, anything to touch on in Bears fandom nation right now?
Yeah, nothing really news-wise. Kind of thought we'd have some news. No acquisitions, no trades of any kind, no signings that I'm aware of. Just some more speculation about the left tackle situation, which there's no decision made yet. I mean, I was kind of scouring the internet. Today was the Bears team picture day, if that interests you in terms of their news. So get ready to see those coming out soon. But yeah, no, I nothing. They're, really keeping everything close to the vest over at Hallis Hall this week. So nothing really of note.
Yeah. I don't have much to add either. Honestly, I heard a pretty cool, well, not cool, that's the wrong word, but an interesting interview with Tyreek Stevenson, because the Bears in week 6 will be, matching up against Jaden Daniels and the Commanders again, the Hail Mary game, all those terrible memories flooding back in. And Stevenson had a pretty open interview about how that game impacted him. So if anyone is interested, just, Google that. If you have 5 minutes, it's interesting. He's very open about it and how much that game is kind of not sat well with him. But yeah, I mean, Bears news. Yeah, I haven't really heard much, to be quite honest with you. It's been kind of light.
Ben Johnson's hair is looking great in the team pictures, I have to say. If you guys saw anything on the social media of the Chicago Bears, Caleb took over kind of like a shot of the full team and was talking to the camera for a second, showed DJ Moore looking happier than ever, which is always good to see, because everybody always questions if that man's happy where he's at. But But Ben Johnson, just like I, might need a haircut. Might need a haircut or two. Locks are flowing, but at the same time, we're in business mode. So it's not really. I guess hockey season is kind of getting into most of these guys to where they can get. But Jay, I'm gonna let you take around the league tonight. If you have some things queued up, we got some things queued up for you. Talk a little bit about what happened in week 4, the first week of the buys. So not as much huge action, but still some great action. So kicking it over to you.
No, thanks, Drew. It's always weird when the Bears are on a bye. And honestly, objectively speaking, I think a lot of bettors and just NFL analysts, this was not the most exciting week of matchups. It just wasn't. There weren't like those, I got to watch this game. But I want to start off, and again, and not to skip ahead too much on our notes in things, but I need to start out with what I thought was the game of the year so far. And it might be the game of the year when we conclude on multiple different fronts. But Nick, I know you're a big Baker guy. That Bucks team is so fun, but that game was from kickoff to the end of the game, one of the most entertaining games I've seen in a very long time. And we just came off of the Packers Cowboys, which was an awesome game. Obviously, It ended in a tie. But did you guys see and have the opportunity to watch Tampa Bay at Seattle yesterday? Because, I mean, it had everything. I'm telling you, it had everything. It had the unis. They were awesome. Mm-hmm. It had Baker doing Baker things. It had a field goal to win the game. But, Nick, I mean, let me kick it over to you. Not that we need, to overanalyze the game. I just want to get your thoughts on that, because when I was watching that game, I was actually watching it with Sam, our buddy Sam, and I was like, I know that Nick's going to be loving the outcome of this game, because that's your boy, big nuts.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I watched the game from Red Zone, so I wasn't actually locked in on the game, but I was watching. If the Bears aren't playing, I'm pretty much always on Red Zone. So I was locked into Red Zone, but honestly, this game got a lot of FaceTime on Red Zone. There was a lot of points being scored. It felt like it was Baker Mayfield against Jackson Smith and Jigba, like one-on-one almost. Yeah. It was just, every play was like one of them doing something. It was unbelievable, back and forth. It looked like an awesome game. And I mean, when the Seahawks got the ball back in the fourth quarter, definitely thought they were going to drive down and score. Seeing that pick, setting up the Bucks for a win was definitely I love that, because I do like the Bucks. I like Baker Mayfield. I'm a big Emeka Ibuka guy. So I love the Bucks this year. I also end up with I drafted Rachaad White in a league, who was sitting on my bench, and then this week got some playing time, so that was nice. So I have a lot of stock in the Bucks, just outside of just think Baker's the most fun quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, just awesome watch. I was thinking the noon slate stunk out loud on Sunday, but that afternoon slate was unbelievable, with this being right in the middle of it. It was such an awesome game. It was back and forth. It was so much fun.
And it kind of does speak to the power of the NFL too, because that by all means was just not the NFL's A game for week 5. It was a poop schedule, but I didn't miss a second of Red Zone. I didn't miss a second of it. And well said, Nick. Drew, I got to ask you. I know you're the drip guy. You're the jersey guy. You look good. You play good. You feel good. Can we are you on team? Make a petition, get fans to write to Roger Goodell in the NFL in implement the creamsicle jerseys full time for the Bucks. Yeah. Is this something we can start doing?
Yeah. I mean, I think they're turning a corner when they're doing all of these, I don't know if it's the comparison of City Connect with some jerseys. I got to say though, the Bills jersey, the snowfall jerseys, whatever were last night. No,
you're out.
Not quite your chance, but just like the creamsicle jerseys, I was a big fan of those Arizona Cardinals paint splatter jerseys. A couple of Nick shake a head, but I like when a team that you don't suspect a jersey to look good comes out and tries something new against their grain, and that's great. But creamsicles gotta stay. One, obviously, you've got the Seattle Seahawks with the neon greens that'll always go. Really quick, just to touch on this game, playing wise, I really hate to say it, but I might be turning a corner on Sam Darnold here. Like he's looking, I don't like, I don't like his play or anything, but he looks like a good quarterback to, in a situation. And I hate to admit it, but like he might have just got some rotten situations in the first quarter of his career, and good for him for turning a corner. I mean, there were 10 incompletions in that entire game. 10 incompletions. There are so many crazy stats and so many records set for quarterbacks in there, and that's what the NFL wants. So great to see. And these two stud Ohio State receivers, in JSN and Emeka Egbuka looked like, and they played together too. So like, maybe we're turning a corner on Ohio State. Might be wide receiver you now.
No, they
as a person for sure.
They are.
Yeah. They are. And I know we're a Bears podcast, so I don't want to spend too much time on the Bucs, but like I was just so infatuated with that game. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time on it because why not? A couple of things. Egbuka, I mean, has to have a clear inside shot of being the offensive rookie of the year, correct? I mean,
as of right now, it's not even close. Yeah.
It's not even close, right? Yeah. And who knows? The NFL can do anything. So that's pretty obvious. Doesn't need to even be said. Tell me your thoughts on Baker Mayfield for MVP. I think there's an actual legitimately, like he could actually and probably should be the favorite in the clubhouse if you take away maybe Josh Allen. Tell me I'm crazy or what do you think?
I don't think that's crazy. I think that it's like a numbers game a lot of times too, right? Like, I know that he's got crazy good numbers. So that might not actually be a good argument. It's just, I have a hard time believing if Josh Allen has a good year or if the Chiefs keep winning, like get up to like 11, 12 wins, Patrick Mahomes doesn't get considered. I don't know. The NFL MVP is kind of become like an NBA-ification MVP where it's like the biggest stars get the MVP. But I would love to see Baker. I had a future on it last year and thought I had a shot at it. And it turns out he didn't even come in the top like 4 or 5. But I definitely think he's one. I'm a subscriber, and the most valuable player is not necessarily the best player, right? Like that's kind of, I know it's like a debate. I've always been a believer that most value. It's not called best player; it's called most valuable, and I do think that Baker Mayfield might be the most valuable player. So that's one thing, and also just watching him play, like they're never dead. Every single Bucs game, they get the ball to Baker Mayfield in the fourth quarter, tied or down a score, and they're like, "All right, go win it for us." And he does like at 80% of the time as of right now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I would love to see. Do we know what live odds are on MVP? We're 4 weeks into the season. I'm sure Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are still up top there, but I'd love to see that.
Well, Nick, if you want to look that up, I'm going to get us off of the Bucs and the Seahawks. That to me was one of the most enjoyable games. I also had the Bucs money line, which was even more enjoyable because the interception, I was like, as soon as they tied it up at the end, I think it was 35-35 or whatever it was. I was like, oh God. And Drew, you're right. I'm with you. Darnold looks good. Like he looks like a professional quarterback. He looks like, hey, he's a top 15 in the league. But anyway, I'll get off that tangent. But I was very pleased with the outcome of that game.
I have the odds, by the way.
Let's hear.
Right now, Josh Allen is your leader at plus 150 to win the MVP.
Wow.
Mahomes is still plus 330 in second place. Justin Herbert is at plus 1,000, is the third best odds. Yeah. And Baker is fourth at plus 1,100. So he's right behind Herbert, and he's right in front of Stafford and Jordan Love randomly.
Yeah.
Stafford and Jordan Love are both plus 1,200.
I don't hate 1,100.
No.
Especially like NFC South should be a playoff team. Like that definitely kind of makes sense. Yeah, I might have to.
When you're down Chris Godwin to start the season and you lose Mike Evans 3 games into the season and you're still putting up crazy numbers, I mean, it helps that you have a rookie phenom, apparently a wide receiver, but still, it takes time to be on the same page with them, and just it speaks to his ability, I think.
And like Nick, I know that you'll know, like, and Drew, obviously, we all know this, but like, that Baker's one of those guys that is extracting every ounce of like testosterone out of that locker room, and they're putting it all on the field for him. But anyway, all right. What I want to do is what we normally do in the Around the League section. And we start with the NFC North. So we had the Packers on a bye. The Bears were on a bye. The Vikings had another game in the EU. I forget exactly where it was this week. I'm sorry.
It was in London. It was in London.
London. No, I was saying sorry about the Cubs game.
What happened in the Cubs game? Are they winning, right?
Tell us, Jay.
No, I'd rather not.
I think our buddy Eric in the chat right now is going to commentate for us. I'm going to turn it off the television in a second here.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway.
No, you're good.
Okay,
you're good. I get it. But the Vikings had one of those. I mean, that was a kind of stinky game, but an entertaining game. But they did win. And then the Lions just absolutely blew the doors off the Bengals in what I think could have been like a 40-point blowout, and somehow it was, I don't know, 17 or 13-point win. But point being, both teams that were playing in the NFC North gained ground on the Bears during the bye week. Drew, you kind of hit it right in the head. The Vikings, they don't really scare me. I don't think they scare us. It sucks to see the Vikings get wins when their starting quarterback, J.J. McCarthy's out. But I don't know. The defense doesn't look great. The offense looks not great, other than obviously Justin Jefferson. Did you guys have the opportunity to watch that game, the 8:30 kickoff? And what do you think? I mean, are we disposing of the Vikings as a threat in the North? Nick, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the full game. Nothing really about the Vikings really jumped out to me, except for, Justin Jefferson's a problem. But besides that, I mean, I don't know if Carson Wentz right now is better or worse than JJ McCarthy. I don't know. Like, JJ McCarthy carved us up in one quarter, but every other thing we see in the NFL was really bad from him. So I don't, it's hard to tell there, but I don't see them going to a second year. I mean, he's obviously more mobile, so that's one thing, but I don't know, besides that, I don't really know what's better. And their defense, this is a bad Browns offense. Like, this is a bad Browns offense with going against a quarterback making his first ever NFL start. And he didn't look great out there, but he definitely didn't look like he was like completely overwhelmed. He threw 2 touchdowns. Dylan Gabriel I'm talking about. So this defense, I don't know, it doesn't scare me one bit. And I think the Vikings are probably about the same level as the Bears right now. If I grade this moment, they're both kind of probably behind the Lions and the Packers in terms of the power rankings, the NFC North. But I don't think they're in play to win the division this year.
Yeah. I don't even think they're going to get in the playoffs, to be quite frank. I think that they're pretty poor. Drew, I know you were saying, the defense isn't great. Well, but in the notes that we had written up, the defense isn't great, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think that if you're a Vikings fan, I mean, did they kind of shit the bed by letting your boy, who in the Seahawks game, you're saying he looked great? I mean, are we having second thoughts about them letting Sam Darnold go and just walk?
I would say yes, because, I mean, Kevin O'Connell seemed to have his offense flow through Sam Darnold, and he was able to get their most effective pass catcher the ball when they needed it the most in Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson by no means is suffering this year, but you can tell it's a definite down year without a reliable quarterback. I'm surprised. I'm sure there was probably more of a thought process than we would give it here, but I'm very surprised that wasn't entertained more to like say, okay, maybe you get JJ McCarthy one more year, kind of like the Jordan Love idea of give JJ McCarthy another year to learn the offense behind an experienced quarterback and then inject him when he's a little bit more reliable. Or if Sam Darnold has kind of like a downturn and you want to turn to some youthful action. It is surprising to me that he's having some minor success, but looking at the Vikings next, I gotta say, looking at the next schedule, I mean, they played the Bears, the Falcons, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Browns so far. They now have the Eagles, the Chargers, the Lions, the Ravens, and the Bears, then the Packers. So I think a 3-2 is a very telling for them that like this ain't gonna last. It can't last.
Yeah. That's a happy holidays, bitch. Welcome to the gauntlet. Yep. All right. I mean, I think we're kind of on the same page. Vikings win. It's the fucking Browns. I don't know. Like, what are you going to do? Congrats. Right. You should have won the game, and you almost didn't. So I think that's kind of the tell is you almost didn't. Granted, it's a backup quarterback, but Nick, like what you said, it's like, does Carson Wentz actually make them more probable to win? Now, maybe. But let's move off. That stinks. The Vikings stink too much. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I do love this Lions team, though. I mean, I think we all kind of like the Lions. I hate to say it as a Bears podcast, but like the Lions are kind of fun. I mean, they stomped. I mean, it's a bad Bengals team. If you don't have Joe Burrow, the Bengals are basically like extinct. They might as well be the Browns. Right. But the Lions, here's the stat. Drew, you're the one who kind of put this one out there, I believe. They have scored the most points through 5 games in the history of the NFL. And we'll bring this back to the Bears' point of view. Ben Johnson just left as their offensive coordinator, and they're putting up even more points. Shock jock drama, but like, does that mean anything to you guys? Does it mean anything? How are they doing this? Obviously, they're not getting better, offensively, you would think, with Ben Johnson gone. But like, what the hell is going on? Is it because, and here's why, my theory is they've played a really shitty defensive schedule, like the worst of like the easiest layups you can get. They're about to go into a gauntlet. So I'd like to see how these stats look when they play real defenses. But Nick, give me your thoughts. Wherever you want to take this, you don't have to address the points, but like, are the Lions the favorites in the NFC North? And are you scared of them? Wherever you want to go with the Lions.
The Lions are the favorites in the NFC North, and yes, I'm very afraid of the Lions. Yes, and yes.
That's it. Right.
They seem to do everything well, right? They rush the passer well. They have good line. Their secondary is probably the biggest question mark on the team, but even that's not terrible. Also, if you have a good, like an elite pass rusher, like in Nate Hutchinson, your secondary just gets better by having him on the field. So that's their probably biggest flaw. But you have elite offensive line. You have elite running game. Jared Goff is just back there making the right decision, the right read every time he drops back. I mean, they're a good team, but I mean, like you said, they have played a lot of pretty bad defenses. I'm looking at their schedule right now. They started against the Packers. They only put up 13 points. Packers are supposed to have a pretty good defense, although kind of been suspect the last few weeks. What was it? They played us. They scored 52 points. Not a big shocker there. Ravens, one of the historically worst defenses start of season in NFL history. Wow. The Browns, that one's surprising because the Browns defense is pretty good. And then the Bengals, who we knew going into the season, the knock on the Bengals was, is Joe Burrow going to be able to score enough points to win games with this bad defense? So yeah, the Lions are really good. Like, both can be true, right? The Lions are very good, but I don't think they're on some historic pace. And I think, to get back to the question, like, are we worried that Ben Johnson, they're scoring more points without Ben Johnson? Is this like any way like a knock on Ben? It's like, I don't think it is. I think, honestly, like, I wouldn't be surprised if this new offensive coordinator uses a lot of the same systems and stuff that Ben used, and also these players came up using Ben Johnson's plays. So I think that a lot of that stuff's already in there. So I think I wouldn't read anything into that. But yeah, the Lions are probably going to win the NFC North. I mean, after the first 2 weeks, I thought the Packers were going to be unbeatable, and then they showed that they are incredibly beatable. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a battle between those two. I think it's really just a two horse race at this point. So
it's a classic two-team horse.
Two-team
One
horse.
of the-
That's a
one of
good
those.
two-team horsing.
that might be a fantasy name for somebody out there.
No, yeah, Nick, I agree with you 100%. Right? It's like, I feel like people are trying to read into the, hey, they're doing even better without Ben Johnson. It's like, okay, let's chill out a little bit, especially for what you said there. It's like these players have played the system. I think they're running a lot of the same schemes. Like I was even thinking about this the other day. I was like, if I was Dan Campbell, I'm like, hey Ben, like let me see that playbook, bro. And like I'm taking pictures of everything, and I'm the head coach, and I know an offensive coordinator is not going to be with you forever. So like, give me the gold, give me the loot, and then I'll pass it on to the next guy. So I look great.
It's like that scene in The Water Boy where the coach goes over and he steals the notebook. Anyway, great movie.
Drew, anything to add on the Lions?
Just more than the Lions is it. I'm not trying to be down in the dumps Bears fan as we are, because we're supposed to be high. We're on a 2-game winning streak, but it just absolutely sucks that the first 2 games of the season we're talking about, Packers are world beaters. They're gonna win. They're gonna run away with the North. Then now we're talking a little bit about the winningness of the Minnesota Vikings, and we knew coming in that the North was going to be another division to fight after, claw scratched, tooth and nail, get through this gauntlet of teams. But it's just it is just so demoralizing to see how seemingly these teams just run through other competition in the NFL, and then you got to face them 2 times out of the season. So yes, the Lions look like they got right, and I just added a note like, did the Bears get them right? Maybe they did in week 2, where they needed a get right game, a soft defense to get right. And now they're just rolling with all punches, but their schedule does get a little bit tougher, as you were alluding to, Jay. But the other thing to say too is everybody out there, get used to seeing them on prime time, because you're going to see them at least once every other week for the next 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm okay with that. Like, they're a fun team to watch. What I'm not okay with is the amount of primetime games the Bengals have coming up. That's a bummer.
And the Chiefs. I'm sick of it.
The Chiefs, at least the Chiefs are a competent football team. Like the Bengals, we're going to be watching them just get fucking boat raced every week for like the next 3-4 weeks. It's going to be tough. Not all of them are like Sunday night, Monday night. There's I think they have like a London game or something, and they have like a Thursday night game mixed in there, but they have a lot of prime time, like standalone games coming up.
I think one of my favorite go-to lines of like analysis of NFL football is when the inevitable like star quarterback goes down, and then the backup comes in and has to play for like 8 weeks and sucks ass, like Browning is doing. It's like the worst thing that could have happened to this guy's career is an injury happening, because he's been exposed and he'll be out of the league like next year. He could have signed a contract for like 5 more years for like $1 million a year or whatever it is, and now he's cut from. There's too much tape to show that he sucks incredibly.
That's how Chase Daniel made it for so long. He only had to play like maybe 1 or 2 games a season.
Yeah.
He never had an extended run.
Yep.
All I wanted was that
buried.
cushy, just baseball cap with a clipboard in my hands, and now I gotta actually put on the helmet. And
bad news.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, hey, week 6, looking ahead. Let's talk about the Commanders. Kind of putting the beat down on the Chargers. The Chargers, who, as of a couple of weeks ago, I think we all collectively said on this podcast was like one of the best looking teams, if not the best looking team in the NFL, because they were. You had Herbert firing on all cylinders. You had Harbaugh, and the run game's looking elite. The defense is looking great. And then boom, 2 weeks later, they just lost 2 games in a row. Jaden Daniels comes back, and the Commanders beat the Chargers in LA, okay, going East Coast to West Coast, and now we have the Commanders next week. Are we a little bit more scared that Jaden's obviously not? I shouldn't say a little. Obviously, we're a lot more scared than if Jaden wasn't going to be playing. But I mean, is there a path to beat the Commanders after what we saw them do away in LA against this Chargers team? Or is it just any given Sunday, we still have a fighter's chance? Drew, what do you think? Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, I don't want to do the preview show, but I mean, did anything in this Commanders-Chargers game stand out to you about problematic areas for the Bears in the matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it seemingly looked like Jaden Daniels, after coming off an injury, he needed a little bit of time to get right. The pass rush for the Chargers seemed to be getting to him early in that game in the first half. I mean, it was a 10-point lead going into the half, and it looked like the Commanders were just going to not completely give up on the game, but didn't have a chance if the Chargers kept it up. But then Jaden Daniels ended up pulling what we all thought he would be and had a terrific game. It concerned me because they were playing well with a backup in Mariota. Not reviewing too far, but yes, this is going to be a game that you're going to have to claw, scratch, tooth, nail, whatever, like I said before, to win this game. You're on a winning streak. You need to do a lot of the right things and not make stupid mistakes in this game. And I said this to my dad the other day, guys, isn't this like because we're playing this we're going to Washington, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't this like the fourth year in a row we're going to Washington? Because we went to Washington last year. I feel like we went to Washington for a Thursday night game with Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Like in 22, and we beat them, but it just feels weird. Like that many times you go to a place that's out of your division and visit them. Just feels weird to me.
That is weird, Drew. I'm trying to look that up, but
I feel like 2 years ago they played the Commanders at home on a Thursday night too. Not the game where Justin Fields threw 3 touchdowns. I know what you're talking about. That was in Washington for sure. But I think they played them in Chicago like 2 years ago, and it was one of the worst Thursday night games of all time where the Bears didn't score any points, and I think they lost like 10-3 or something like that.
And I think Carson Wentz was the quarterback. I don't know why. Yeah,
he might have been
the Commanders.
I think that was the year before like Caleb and Jaden got drafted.
Oh man!
Right in the middle of Eberflus's like 10-game losing streak.
Was that there was one where like Al Michaels was actually losing his shit. He's like, I don't even like these games anymore. Like, you can't. I'm done. He almost retired mid game. I fucking like the steaks and I don't eat vegetables. Get me the fuck out of here.
So I don't know if you I don't know. I don't know how far back you guys like remember this stuff, but that Bears Commanders game, which was absolutely miserable to watch, was shortly after a Colts Broncos game where Russ was the quarterback of the Broncos and Matt Ryan was the quarterback of the Colts. And that game also had like no points, and it was
only
absolutely
field goals,
miserable.
I think.
Just like punts. It's like punt, interception, punt. It was awful. So Al was definitely getting a little grumpy on the broadcast.
Yes, he was.
But I don't know. The one thing about this Commanders Chargers game is that the Chargers are charging more than they've ever chargered, with just like every single person is being injured on that team.
Thank you, Nick. Yep.
I don't know why or what's going on with the San Diego / Los Angeles Chargers for the last like 15 years. It seems like no team has been hurt worse by injuries. Like individual seasons, teams have had worse seasons than the Chargers, but it's been pretty consistent for the past 15 years that if you have a starting offensive line for the Chargers, odds are all 5 of them are going to get hurt. And you're going to be rolling 5 backups out there at some point. And, running backs are going to get hurt. It's just the Chargers do this every single year. And if you look at their team's preseason on paper, you think the Chargers would be like a perennial playoff team, but they just get hurt every year. Every single year they get hurt. Somehow Keenan Allen's still healthy, the old guy of the group, but everybody else is just like we're in week 5 and they're like, miserably. Their injury report is probably worse than the Bears was a couple weeks ago. So I think that not that that's the whole reason they lost, because I do think Jaden Daniels is a good player. And I think the Commanders are a good team. And I don't think the Bears are going to be able to roll out of bed and beat the Commanders, because they're going to have to bring their A game to beat them. But the Chargers are so beat up. And I still think if they can get healthy, they will be good. But man, they are just beat up right now.
They really are. I mean, Joe Alt is out. Who is there? I forget. Rashawn Slater is so both of their tackles. I mean, all pro tackles are gone. They lost another tackle mid-game, so they're off to third, fourth stringers. And Hampton goes down. He was doing great in the game. I don't think that's the reason why they lost the game, but they are just getting beat up. And you hate to see it. Their defense was beat up too, to be quite honest with you. You had not two, but you had Mac was out and a couple other guys too. So I don't know. What I want to touch on really quick on that game too is, JCM, Ja'Cory, Bill, right? I'm not even JCM, Bill. I'm not going to pronounce the whole thing. We all know what we're talking about. He had a game. He had a very great game against a typically stout Chargers defense. That is the thing that stood out to me, is the fear of a running game, a dual threat running game with a, it's fine offensive line. It's a good, decently talented running back. I don't love seeing them running all over the Chargers. I don't love the fact that it's Bill and then you have
Debo.
You got Debo too. You got a lot of options, and then you have Jaden Daniels. It's like, are they even need to throw a pass against the Bears to be able to carve us up? So, that was the biggest takeaway for me is like, oh God, I would have loved to see Jaden Daniels beat the Chargers with his arm, but the fact that they kind of did that on the running game, it's like I'm nervous again. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, hopefully the Bears can come up with some kind of ability to stop a run. And we'll touch more on that in the preview show next week. I know I'm getting a little long in the tooth here on our Around the NFL. So I'm going to wrap stuff up, and we're going to wrap stuff up. A couple more things that I wanted to touch on is I think it happened twice in 2 weeks straight where someone in the NFL, a young and inexperienced player, had the game locked up had they only taken the ball and run it through and held onto the ball until they got to the end zone. So last week it was Adonai Mitchell on the Colts. He got benched your ass. And then DeMarcado on the Cardinals. Got quick shoots here. Did you guys see the Colts? Not the Colts, the Cardinals Titans game. I had the Titans plus 7.5 for our dogs of the week. Yeah. So that was an absolute fucking miracle. But did you guys see that game? Can someone, we talked about this last season on the pod too. Like, can someone just coach players to hold on to the football until they cross the end zone? I'm not even going to throw it over to anyone. Like, I was appalled by that.
Yeah, I was watching the game. I mean, I don't want to go too into the details, but this game was just fucking crazy. The last, once that play happened, this game just took a left turn into crazy town. Like, it was crazy. Like, that play happens, right? And then I'm sure you guys saw it, but the touchdown that the Charger or the
fumble, interception,
interception, fumble, kick into the end zone, recovered by the Titans, touchdown. It was unbelievable. I watched the replay like 6 times. I showed Kate. I'm like, you got to see this play. She didn't care, but I thought it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, this fumbling problem, I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, this seems like a problem that's like, hey, you know what? This happened like one time. Now we're going to make sure that this is never a problem again. Like, every running back is going to be coached. You carry the ball into the end zone. If you want to celebrate, once you get to the end, like the out of bounds in the back, whatever you want to call that, like, do whatever you want, but you got to cross the goal line, make 100% sure you're in. Because like, this happens way too often, and teams are losing because of it. And it's crazy that, like, no one has been like, I mean, maybe they are, I don't know, But like, if I'm a coach, I'm finding anybody that drops the ball within the first like 5 yards of the end zone. Like, even if they drop it 3 yards into the end zone and it's not a problem, I'm finding them because no, too close. We're finding people for doing that because I don't know any other way. Like, it's crazy that this is still a problem and that this happens like every week in like very pivotal plays. Granted, that didn't look like a pivotal play when it happened because they were up 21-7 or whatever it was, but it ended up being a very pivotal play. So I don't know. They need to start doing something because this is a problem and it's hurting fantasy players more than anybody.
Right. And I think you just picked up DeMarcado in one of our leagues, didn't you?
Oh, I spent a lot of money on him in the Guillotine League.
Yeah.
And he got 3 carries and that almost made it worth it. And then it didn't.
No, but I mean, both of those fumbles last week, this week, directly resulted in their team losing the football game. Mm-hmm. So, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago too, when we were talking about the Cowboys and Jimmy Johnson. Like, he straight up cut a running back's ass at halftime. Like, that is arguably like, hey, if you do that again, like, these are the terms, these are the conditions. If you're going to fumble a clear blown, touchdown, walk in by 10 yards just because you let go of it, you're the fuck out of here. If you're like, a third string or less. But I don't know. Drew, did you have any thoughts on that game? Because that was a wild one. That was an absolute wild game. And if you had a Cardinals -7.5 ticket, you have to be just going bonkers.
Livid. Yeah, absolutely livid. The only thing I'm going to say is that wild, crazy play that we talked about, a interception, tip, fumble, recovery in the end zone might be the last touchdown of Tyler Lockett's career. Yeah. So, congratulations. You get a wild and wacky final review play because he's a wide receiver for the Titans. So, yeah, but hey, congratulations to them getting off the schneid and getting their first win for sure. Because it might be the last one of the year too.
Well, okay, great point, Drew. To kind of transition into the next point too, we talked about this last week. There were only 2 undefeated teams, and there were only 2 winless teams going into Week 5, which is nuts in the NFL. Obviously, the NFL loves parity. Is it a script, bitch? I don't know. But okay, let's take the evidence. Okay, Bills lose. Eagles lose. There's no undefeated teams, and we're in Week 5, and people have had buys. There's no undefeated teams. There's one winless team, and it's the Jets. I mean, poor guys, but like Jets. Whatever. That's kind of par for the course. But is that just weird? Or like, are we? I've never seen we got after Week 5. There's no undefeated teams. There's not that much parity in the game. Like, someone has to luck into 5-0. The Eagles. I don't know. We'll kind of bounce it around too. We on a little bit of these notes, but the Broncos didn't even. The Broncos looked like shit in the first half, and then somehow still beat the Eagles. Okay, and then the Patriots just kind of that was just like a slow burn. That was a slow burn game. Mm-hmm. It was like, just kind of happened. I don't even know if I have a question. So my apologies, boys, but like just a weird thing to point out. Drew, I don't know, Nick, are there any other points of Week 5 that you wanted to call out? I'd try to hit on a couple of them, but anything else that stood out to you guys before we move along?
Well, if I'm an Eagles fan, which that's my second team, clearly, I'm really concerned about that offense. How they just are lacking in moving the ball, and seemingly like your best player. I think their best player is Saquon Barkley. Yeah,
no doubt.
It seems like Jalen Hurts just doesn't want to give up the ball or can't throw the ball to his proper receivers. That's a very concerning thing to me for their team, even though they're 4-1 and they're probably going to the playoffs. That's a defending champions right there. But their offense just looks very, very pedestrian. So it's something to keep looking at. And maybe it gets to, okay, you got to balance it out, and you're just going to feed Saquon the ball 34 times a game to get right, to make sure that Jalen Hurts doesn't have to throw the ball down the field that much. But It's concerning to me I would be very concerned as a Philadelphia Eagles fan to say, like, how are we going to repeat as champions because we don't have any sort of offense in these games and they go down to the wire, and can you really, really trust Jalen Hurts to throw the football?
Yeah, fair enough. Nick, do you have any other points you want to touch on?
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of back up what Drew was saying about that game, it almost seemed like the Eagles had like kind of heard the chatter around like about how their passing game isn't great, how AJ Brown is getting frustrated. There was even a report that Devontae Smith was getting frustrated with his lack of like targets and everything. Oh my god.
Penalty.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think you might. I think
no. I'm ahead of you.
You might be behind Drew.
Oh no.
Keep your eyes peeled. That was a weird one. Anyway.
Okay.
No, there is a penalty though.
Oh, there is.
Anyway.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway. So I do think that they were just trying to like get their player, like throw the ball, and like the Eagles' success is not gonna like Jalen Hurts is not they're not gonna win games because of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, he's not a bad quarterback. The Eagles are gonna win games because their running game leads the way to their wins. Like that's just how they play.
Yeah.
So I do think that's I think the Eagles were trying to get a little cute with it, and they threw it too much. So whatever. What I want to talk about though is I'm glad you talked about that one, Drew, because I want to talk about the Bills. I still think the Bills are the best team in the NFL. I think the Bills have a playing with their food problem. I really do. Like the Bills were better than the Patriots. The Bills should have won that game against the Patriots. Josh Allen threw a back-breaking interception in the red zone earlier in I think it was second half. I don't remember exactly when it was. It really just, I mean, I don't know. Like it seems like they didn't get up for that game against the Patriots, and it kind of showed, in my opinion. Bills win that game, 9 times out of 10, I think. But I think they just need to really learn to, step on throats and really just take care of business in games they need to take care of business in. Because that's like 2 weeks in a row where, like, you look at the Saints game last week and the Patriots game this week, the Bills should have beaten the hell out of both those teams. And even though they beat the Saints, like the Saints were only down by 1 score in the fourth quarter. So they need to really like start stepping on throats and taking everyone seriously, because this is the NFL. You can lose to anybody if you don't bring your A game.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to call out one more stat, my stat of the week, which I think for a long time, I don't think a lot of people like Nick Sirianni. And I'm on the very far ledger of hating his ass. I just think he's a fucking douchebag. Might be a good coach. That's fine. I do take a lot of offense at his just persona in general. I just don't like the guy. But it's games like these that allow me to pull out this stat and say, what the fuck are you doing? The Philadelphia Eagles were up 17-3 going into the fourth quarter. Okay? That's a 2-touchdown lead. How many rushing attempts did Saquon Barkley have in that entire game? He had 6. Yeah. He ran the ball as the best player in the NFL 6 times. 6 times. And they were up by 2 scores. And they were still doing God knows what, airing it out with Jalen Hurts. We know, we've watched enough football to understand that Jalen Hurts is an elite fantasy quarterback. He is a great quarterback. He's a Super Bowl champion quarterback. Mm-hmm. But if you're up by 14 points, run the fucking football with the best running back in the NFL.
Yep.
He has 6 touches
in the whole game.
Unbelievable.
That's not just the fourth. That's not the fourth quarter. That's the whole game.
The whole game.
Yeah, right.
Completely inexcusable.
I know you meant that. I was just emphasizing it.
No, 100%. Crazy. So, I don't know. That was wild. We'll end our NFL recap on that next show. Listeners, Nick, Drew, we're going to get into the preview of Bears and Commanders. We'll get a lot more Bears talk in here. This was a nice little reprieve. We were able to talk a little bit more about around the NFL stuff, but I forget what the next segment is.
Yeah. Real quick, let's just shout out the Saints. Saints will get off the schneid as well.
Yeah, good point.
So shout out Spencer Rattler and the Saints. and that's really all they deserve. So I just want to make sure every team gets touchdown. The Giants stink, and the Saints won. So
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
there was another game in there of the Panthers in Miami. Whoever had the
Oh.
Panthers for dog of the week. This guy. No. The next segment we're going to go into kind of a prelude to our last segment tonight of a new segment. We're going to get into the podium list tonight. But really quickly, going to tell you that podium list is brought to you by Chuck's Southern Comforts Buffet. It's on Cass, just off of 55 in Darien. Chuck's has got great food and drink specials for every day of the week, and especially Bears games. You can find a link to those and their menu in all of our descriptions and bios on our socials. With a wide open layout for bar patrons, including slots, seated dinner guests, and private event spaces, Chuck's has got everything you need for your next outing. So get on down to Chuck's Southern Comforts Buffet and tell them that the BQ boys sent you, and maybe we'll even see you for a Bears game or two this year. So we're getting into the podium list this week. Again, a prelude to the final slot of the week here. We are going to do the best all-time game shows. Big game shows fan. I've been catching a lot of replays. If you don't have the Game Show Network, the GSN, that's a good one to find on cable, or go on to Amazon Prime. They've got some good old game shows that you can watch and just kind of binge those if you got nothing to watch. But best game shows this week, we're going to do our gold, silver, and bronze picks as always. Goes in an order of 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. Nick, you're starting us off in the 1 slot this week. Jay, you're in the 2 slot, and I am in the 3rd slot. So, Nick, go ahead and start it off. Give me your 1 of 1 best game show here.
So my number 1 game show is probably not the consensus number 1 overall pick. But when I saw best game shows as the topic, this was the first thing that came to me. So I'm going to stay true to myself. I'm going to take it. This was the first game show in my life that was like appointment television. Like you had to watch it. And I'm going to take Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the original run with Regis. My family, whatever night of the week it was on, got around the TV. We watched Who Wants to Be a Millionaire every night for that first, like, however long Regis was on the show, like that whole like 5-season run or whatever it was. So, that was appointment television for my house. I loved it. I was when that first guy won the $1 million and like called his dad and told him he's about to win $1 million is one of the all-time great TV moments of all time. So, Anyway, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah, Regis had that down perfect, and like
really did.
the amount of the only thing that pissed me off, but all game shows piss me off, is the amount of commercial breaks in just pivotal moments that you get for those, and just trying to cliffhanger you into watching through those. Just amazing. But yeah, I feel like game shows were just a huge staple in our upbringing of like nighttime television during the week. And that 100%. Was 100% a huge one of the Bailey family household. So great pick, Nick.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Agreed.
My parents tried out for that show many, many times. Like they would call the number to like, they thought for sure they were going to get on there.
Dude, I love it. Silk Ties, Regis, all that. That was appointment television in the Maxwell house as well. So great pick. God,
Jay, you got your pick next.
So this is not a pick for the people. I want to say that. This is a pick for me because I have so many phenomenal memories. 10 a.m. Central Time, faking sick from elementary school or middle school, legitimately for this specifically. It was chicken noodle soup. I'm not sick, but you're going to get pampered by mom. You're going to get the chicken noodle soup. You're going to have a 10 a.m. Price is Right with Bob Barker. And then we're going to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like that was the script, right? Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, Price is Right. I mean, Price is Right. Bob Barker rules, dude. Like absolutely fantastic. It didn't take me for years later to realize that Bob Barker and another really large crop of like male game show hosts that hosted game shows in the 60s, 70s were probably among the horniest people on earth. I mean, I'm telling you, the clips that would come out of you look at anything in the 60s, 70s, crazy things being said there.
Yeah.
But I'll bring
and
it
the
back
drunkest
to
and the drunkest people.
drunk
Oh,
as
yeah.
hell. Drunk as a goddamn skunk. They're probably taping that shit at 9 a.m, and he's already 7 whiskeys
Shit-faced.
deep, scotches deep.
Oh yeah.
But the Price is Right was elite, dude. You had like the putting thing and like obviously the wheel that you spin and like all of those games, people losing their minds over like you have a nice dish set and like a dishwasher, and it was great. So
Yeah.
Price is Right for me by like a long shot is one of one for me. Although Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was definitely in my goal. That was in my top 3, but
Yeah.
I'm a Price is Right guy.
Yeah. Price is Right is great. You still get a little bit of nostalgia when it's like March Madness time and you turn on CBS about 15 minutes early before the first game tips off. And you watch the last half of like the Price is Right. So I definitely do that like every year. Like, oh yeah, Price is Right.
Yeah.
Drew
Carey's.
He doesn't bring the heat quite like Bob did.
No,
but
no.
you know, have your pet spayed and neutered. Oh man, good pick. Yeah, I mean that's those both inside the top 5 for me, 100%. And Jay, you hit the nail right on the head of like when you're sick, you're watching that for sure. You're watching the 3 reruns of Sports Center. And seeing the same plays all the time, then you're hitting Price is Right, and then you're getting your replays on your movies. So great 2 picks to start it off. I'm going to another staple, probably the number 1 staple in the Bailey family household. You sit down for dinner, you turn this on every night. It was on every single night. You couldn't miss it. And we're going with Wheel of Fortune. One of the most like playable, like play along with it games that you could have. I love trying to I think that's a game show that my parents have tried out to, or, you know, auditioned for the most, because we would always, Dad would have, whether it was meatloaf or tacos or anything, that's always on in the background. And we're always trying to solve and get above each other. Still watching it today. So Wheel of Fortune, now Ryan Seacrest, but you can't beat a Pat Sajak Vanna White combo.
No,
that was a 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Drew, that is actually a show that I've tried out for multiple times. I've actually had multiple Zoom interviews where I was like in a panel of like 5 other people, and I have been that me and my dad would have competitions, and my dad was absolutely automatic. Like he had old man strength, and it was like 2 letters that were solved. He's like, it's the Battle of Constantinople. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like, there it is. But I love 6:30 Central, man. Money spot. So to complete the whole circle, I've interviewed multiple times, never got the call back, never got that old call back. But what are you gonna do? I'll keep trying.
Yeah, keep it going, and tell me what you got for your silver, because you're on deck on silver here.
Perfect. So this is a little bit of a deep cut, but it truly is probably my rankings would be Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, this one, and then Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But Cash Cab, that was in my older years, right? Outside of the teenage years, this was hell, even in the teenage years, this was like a fall asleep to, watch late at night, get the reruns. I don't even remember if it was Comedy Central, like E, or it was like one of those weird networks. I forget which one.
Yeah, I don't remember which one either.
Elite. I loved it. And the guy, I forget his name, was he seemed like such a good guy as a host. I loved the whole concept of it. So I've always wanted to be in the Cash Cab. I've been in other cabs that were televised, but not the Cash Cab. But yeah, the Cash Cab's, one of my go-tos.
That's a great call. That's I would honestly, that wasn't on my list just because I completely forgot about it. But that was for that 3-year stretch. Like that was the big thing, and I watched a lot of it. the guy, every time he would get in his cab, he would kind of do like an accent and like muffle his voice a little bit or whatever. It was so funny. Great show. Good call.
Great last name on that guy, Ben Bailey.
Ben Bailey, there you go.
Ben
Man.
Bailey.
Yeah, Drew's
But
cousin.
I think that my favorite part of Cash Cab was whenever the lights came on and you just saw it. I mean, maybe it was semi-scripted and the people knew, but it was always like, oh, what's going on? Am I having a seizure? Like,
Oh, that's funny.
oh man, that's great. Great pick, Jay. I had it on the list deep down there, but definitely a must watch, and still plays to any of the quiz shows. They still play to the day, no matter what that you're doing. I'm going a little off book of the quiz shows. I'm going with, it's semi, maybe this is a little cheating, but another huge family staple in the Bailey household was this show that my father, again, has tried out for or interviewed for multiple times. And we're going with Survivor.
Oh,
Survivor, if you guys don't know, is going on its 50th season.
Wow.
It is a absolute, I mean, yes, there are the same things that happen every time, but Jeff Probst just hosts that show like a boss. I love it. I love seeing people try to deceive each other in their human elements and them getting ever and ever skinnier throughout the seasons because they don't eat. But Survivor for me was a family household staple. And I love it. I'll still watch it anytime I go over there on a Thursday night with my parents because it is just it gets the Bailey family drama out that you need.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I would like if Keith was on Survivor and a brand new network, like streaming network for like, $20 a month appeared, I would absolutely pay that. I would absolutely watch every episode and eat it up.
All right, Nick, how you finishing up in silver here?
Yeah, I mean, when Wheel of Fortune went off the board, it was a bummer because that's what I was definitely looking at with my silver pick. But we got a heavy hitter still out there, and I'm going to take it. I'm taking Jeopardy.
Yeah,
I am a Wheel of Fortune over Jeopardy guy, like just because I'm not the smartest person in the world. So Wheel of Fortune was definitely more my speed, guessing words and things like that versus knowing facts. But I do like Jeopardy. Alex Trebek forever. It was awesome on Jeopardy. I also love the clips. Like, I mean, I like watching Jeopardy, but I also just like one of my favorite things about Jeopardy is whenever there's like a sports related like topic on Jeopardy, and it's always like the last one to go, and all those like nerds just like don't know any of the answers, and it's like super basic football stuff. Cracks me up, but I do like watching the show. It's not just for that reason, but I do like Jeopardy. So I'm happy to have Jeopardy here at the sixth pick. That's a great value right there.
Nick, I think there was like a famous clip of one of Trebek's last seasons where it was a football category or something, and like it went through the entire 5 questions of the category, and he's just like he's looking at them like, what is a fumble? Like, anyone? Like, just something like so basic, like why?
I think he even like I think one of the answers was fair catch, and he like even like waved his hand like fair catch.
I will say in Jeopardy too, like whenever I watch it, I feel like the smartest person in the world whenever I get like just a random question. It's like you're able to pick it out and you're like, oh hell, I know things. I know things. I might be smart. And then you get the next question, you're like, the fuck is that?
Never heard of any of these things in my life.
Those words go into a sentence?
Nothing worse than seeing the old double Jeopardy, answer, question, whatever. It's like in English literature. It's like, well, I have no chance at this, so I'll see you later.
Shakespeare, turn this one off.
We're done. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right. Last in bronze going, it actually goes Drew, Nick, Jay. So I am going to, I'm at a real struggle here. I'm between 2, but I think I'm just going to go with the more charismatic host on this one pick. And I think you guys know where I'm going on this one. I'm going with Family Feud.
Yeah.
Give me Steve Harvey. Give me just his energy. in the last pick. I still watch it. He is still one of the funniest game show hosts that can ever host. And just brings the energy all the time. And always, whenever there's a sexual answer on Family Feud, it makes me laugh because he either is like full in on, yes, that's the answer right there. That's a guy question. Or it's just like, what did you just say? What did you say? Yeah. So
he's the best. No, he's the best.
Love Family Feud.
Yeah. Great pick. Great pick. I definitely thought that one might fall to me. Actually, fun fact about Family Feud. My buddy Adam, who is in our Guillotine League, Victory Adam, he's a guy I used to write for over at his the Goonery website. Shout out. His family was on Family Feud. He won a game. He's been on 2 episodes of Family Feud.
What?
Whoa.
And if you ever hang out with him, he will tell you because he loves talking about it. But yeah, they were on Family Feud with Steve Harvey. This is probably back probably almost 10 years ago now. But yeah, his family was on Family Feud, which is, if you meet him, I mean, you've probably met him before, but it's funny. He's not like a TV guy. Love you, Adam, but it's just, anyway. So yeah, he's been on the show. He said Steve Harvey's like very funny in person too. So
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So assuming I don't have the opportunity to meet Adam, and hopefully I do, he is in the Guillotine League, but like, how have you asked him like how scripted it is? Like, is it pretty organic?
I feel like it is pretty organic. They do like tape like blocks of episodes. Like they tape like 10 episodes in like a day or whatever.
Okay.
It's all like, it's all blocked together. Like Steve Harvey probably does like a season's worth of work in like a week or something like that. Like it's crazy.
Such a great job.
Yeah. So, have to have him on and tell us about Family Feud sometime, because
I was going to say that seems great.
All right, Nick, round us out with your Browns pick.
Man, I was really hoping if I could have gotten Family Feud, I'd be really happy with my list. I don't really have a lot of good stuff left. Nothing that I really liked a lot. So I'm going to take a super deep cut that you guys might know. We're all the same age. This is a show that used to be on Comedy Central right when I got home from school. I watched it every single day. It is Win Ben Stein's Money, starring with Jimmy Kimmel as the host. That is that's my bronze pick. Just a trivia show with the Ben Stein. You've probably seen, if you've never heard of the show before, Ben Stein was the guy in Ferris Bueller's Day Off who did like the Bueller thing, and he's kind of like famous for having like a boring voice. But anyway, Jimmy Kimmel, like young Jimmy Kimmel, pre any kind of fame, was the host of this show. He was hilarious on the show. Ben Stein was funny on the show. It was just a great show. I watched it every day. So that's my bronze pick. I'm standing close to the chest. There's some like kind of big hitters out there I could have taken, but I never really watched any of them. So we're rolling with Win Ben Stein's Money.
Yeah.
I think that's the best value pick of all time on the podium list. I'm just going to put that out there. I did not have that on the list, but I watched that religiously, Nick.
Yeah. Yep. It was a good show.
Man.
I'm holding off for another. I mean, obviously we're going to be past any sort of picks, but Jay, I'm letting you go, and then we're going to have some honorable mentions here because I think the list.
Agreed.
There are some. I just thought of a good one, but
some light bulbs going off.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
100%. I have 2. And I don't want to pick just one, but I'm going to stick with my gut because I watch this one all of the time. So this is what it is. This might be a weird one, so don't judge me too hard, but where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I know that's a very deep cut, but holy shit, you had light beams and poles on like geography shit. I have no idea what was going on. I was a little too young to like totally get it. And you had like the a cappella group, dude. This thing, boom, 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 boom. It's like, it was nuts. It was great. And like gumshoes, you had the lady that was yelling. And I was like right at the right age to be like, I have no idea what's going on. Loved it. Watched it all of the time. And I played the computer games like religiously. Religiously. So very nostalgia. bomb. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? It's got to be up there for me. Now, I will say this. I want to hear some of your guys' honorable mentions because I feel like we're kind of getting in the same zone of like our generation of game shows a little bit.
100%. Yeah, I thought of a couple just now. Like one that I used to. I was never a morning person, and this show was on early in the morning, but I would wake up to watch it on the weekends. Was Family Double Dare was always one of my favorites. I love Family Double Dare.
Yeah, that was the one. That was what I was between. It was Carmen Sandiego Double Dare, but
yeah,
I feel there's a ton. What was the kids show with it was played off of like the Aztecs?
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, Legends of the Hidden Temple. I just thought of that one after you said that, Nick.
Dude,
oh my god, so good.
Okay, god damn it, I'm so mad I didn't take that one. I didn't even think of it.
I
literally one year for Halloween, I was at a thrift store looking for a Halloween costume idea, and I came across a Purple Parrots T-shirt. That fit me. So I just got like a helmet from Walmart and spray painted it gold, and like it was perfect. Everybody loved it. It was great. It was a big hit. I love that show. Fucking people could never put that monkey together. They just like had never seen a statue before. It drove me crazy every time. I just didn't understand
that.
Let me ask you this: deal or no deal?
Deal. Yes.
The real question is, what was the question? Am I forgetting it? Yes, I am. American Gladiators. Does that count?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a game show. American Gladiators. There the couple others that I had, and going along with your Win Ben Signs Money, I didn't have this, Nick, on my list. I totally forgot about it. Stump the Schwab.
Stump the Schwab.
Stump the Schwab. Man, Schwab was
that
good.
guy
He knew everything.
I know.
Oh my
god. Kind of. I mean, honestly, the Nickelodeon stuff really unlocked something in my brain because.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is really considered a game show. This was like, I mean, I don't know. Like Global Guts was a good one where like they're just like doing extreme trampoline sports constantly, and then you got the Craig or whatever at the end, like that sharp pointy rock that. But then also Figure It Out with Summer Sanders. I watched that one a lot when I was a kid too.
God, Summer Sanders. Jesus.
I know. Yeah.
Summer.
Yikes, indeed. But yeah, that Nickelodeon thing really. If you would have taken Carmen Sandiego before me, I would have had probably a different pick. To be honest, I still like When Ben Signs Money, but that was those Nickelodeon shows. I can't believe they just completely blanked on them.
We had it good growing up with some like fun game show stuff, kids oriented, teen oriented. It was good.
Yeah, they definitely are swinging and missing on a lot of game shows nowadays. The one that I had on there that was just a parody, was never going to pick it, was Hole in the Wall or Wipeout. If you never saw a Hole in the Wall or Wipeout, like Wipeout was fun because you had your John Cena's for a little bit and all of that. That was like the play on like Japanese game shows of just always wiping out. But Hole in the Wall always got me of like, how are we making this a show? Like, how are you making that entertaining?
Have you guys ever seen MXC? It used to be on.
Thank you.
It used to be on Spike TV.
Spike TV.
It was that Japanese show you're talking about, but it was like dubbed with like English subtitles, and they were just like really inappropriate and very funny. And God, what were their names? I can't remember what their like Americanized names were. They were fucking funny though.
I'm getting all of them. Like I'm thinking of like Silent Library.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Silent Library, so good.
That was pinnacle though. Like MXC was actually the amount of hours I've spent watching that, which I probably honestly would love not to admit, but like it's an extreme amount. It's a very large amount.
Uncomfortable amount. I get Jay's Instagram sentence of some different things
that's where it comes from. That's where it comes from.
Yes, exactly. That play on those cultural phenomenons.
I'm looking at some of the character names from MXC because I remember they were funny, and their like sideline reporter was named Guy Ledouche. Just like, God, that show is so fuck. I need to find that somewhere and watch it. That show was so funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Gosh, we could talk for. I love love some game shows. This is good talk. But it's going to bring us into what we have for you all for first time. I love my trivia. We've done Bears trivia in the past. We're going to do something a little bit new for you guys, and I created a board, and we might, add this in here or there where we don't have so much content. But we are going to do the first ever barely qualified Jeopardy here. Made a board for the boys, and I'm going to host for you guys here. I will bring the board up. We have a little buzzer. This is the first time that we're doing this, so bear with us. Obviously, we're gonna test some things out, and we're gonna see our hand at some of the trivias we have. But for those of you not watching on YouTube, I'm just gonna go over really quickly. We've got a 5-category board here, talking in all pretty much Bears trivia or NFC North or NFL trivia here. The 5 categories are going to be Bears QBs, Kings of the North, which is revolving around the NFC North, Bears leaders, Coach's Corner, and then Name That Bear Connection, which is a very interesting category. So I just need to lead that off to you guys. I might have to give you a little bit of a preface of what that's going to be if you do select it. But Nick, I'm going to give you the honors of calling the coin here of heads or tails to if you're going to pick the category first, or if Jay is. So go ahead and call the coin in the air whenever you're ready.
Tails.
All right, we are flipping, and we do have tails. So Nick, board is yours. Board is yours to pick. If you need any explanation here, I can help out as a semi-minimal bystander. But you both have your buzzers up. I'm gonna keep an eye on that, and I will call on you, whoever buzzes in first, whoever's got it. So go ahead and pick your category, Nick.
Are we doing answer in the form of a question? Like
no,
Jeopardy
just
situation?
no. It doesn't have to be in the name of it.
All right.
Don't think
right.
too much in it. Just answer as is.
Okay.
I didn't have it as much like that.
Gotcha. All right, let's go deep. Let's do Bears QBs for 500.
Bears QBs for 500. Okay, so in 2004 or 2004, as most people would say it, the Bears marched 4 different QBs to either start or play in a game. Name 3 of those 4 QBs.
Am I buzzing?
Isn't buzzer working? I'm buzzing.
I don't know if the buzzer's working.
Let me hold on. You read. Okay, we got Nick.
Oh, okay. All right. I think that was the year with Jonathan Quinn, Craig Krenzel, and Chad Hutchinson would be 3 of the names. Am I in the right year?
Sweet God.
You are correct in that, Nick. The last remaining member
Rex.
of that board would be Rex.
Oh, that was the year I went to the Charles Tillman game in 2004.
Right on.
Well, was not favoring Nick in that one, but yeah, sorry, Jay.
No, I mean, I was going to say Rex and Kyle Orton and be wrong. So very impressive.
All right, Nick, board's yours.
All right.
If I can get off of this, thank
There
you.
you go.
There you go.
Let's go Bears QBs for 400.
Bears QBs for 400.
Hold on, really
This
quick.
man,
My buzzer
Yep.
went gray again. I think that.
I'm resetting
Yeah.
one more time.
Perfect. Okay. Go
There
ahead.
we go. This man leads all Bears QBs in completion percentage at 64%, with a minimum of 1 full season of games, at least 16.
Oh, buzzer not working again. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Go for it. Nick?
Kyle Orton.
Incorrect. Jay?
I just want to hit the buzzer button. 64%, man.
Oh, fuck.
Jay Cutler.
That's incorrect as well. Got to hit you both with a negative points there. That would be Mitchell Trubisky.
No way.
Totally worth the pick.
Oh, Mitch.
The one, the only
known.
Mitchell Trubisky. All right. Nick, board's still yours.
All right.
What do you
All
get?
right, let's change it up a little bit. Let's go with Coach's Corner for 300.
Coach's Corner 300. This former head coach in the NFC North made his return to it and joined the Bears as their offensive coordinator. Jason.
Norv Turner.
That is incorrect.
Bummer.
Nick.
Mike Martz.
That's incorrect as well. The
Oh, shit.
answer we were looking for was Mike Tyson.
Oh no, the pencil.
Former coach in the NFC North. I get it. I get it.
Yep.
Former NFC North Vikings head coach. All right, Nick, still board yours. Hold on, resetting buzzers here.
We are doing great. Okay, I'm going to do Bears leaders for 100.
Bears leaders for 100. I know you guys will get on the board here.
I don't know, man.
This bear has the all-time leader of forceful. Okay, we're Jay.
Peanut.
That would be Peanut Tillman. Yes, you are correct here. No longer with the FBI.
You bastard.
All right, Jay. On the board, even though minus 600. Let's talk. Where you at? Your board.
Name that bear connection for 100.
Okay. I got to preface this. So here's what you're doing with this. You're trying to create a name here where it is essentially two names together. So it would be like one long name, three names in this. You'll get it when you probably see the first one. But this is an interesting one. You're going to like this. I know you'll like it after you see the first one, but
I think I get it.
Okay. So I'm a 2024 Bears wideout with the largest AC joints, and I'm also a wideout from the 2018-21 Bears. Nick?
Keenan Allen Robinson.
That is correct.
Oh,
that is correct.
Okay. Yeah.
I love
That's
that.
what we're looking here.
It's
for.
like a Wheel of
Keenan
Fortune
Allen
throwback.
Robinson.
Yeah, exactly.
Before and
kinda like
after.
yes, exactly.
Bada boom.
Yes.
Love it.
Exactly.
Also, we need to show some love in the chat. I've been so preoccupied by this, me failing miserably at this Jeopardy game. But Mooj, is that who knows? Is that Mooj G?
Oh, Mujahideen. Yeah, he's
Hell
a great member of this. I know our picks suck, Mooj, but just keep following. Just keep following us. We're gonna hit something for you. Nick, board's yours. What do you got?
Ooh, I'm gonna go name that bear connection for 200.
And I'm just prefacing this also that there is no double jeopardies in this, but There you go. All right. All right. Running back and special teams glue guy from 23 to 25, and your favorite cartoon dad over 30 plus seasons. Jay, you got it first.
Oh no. I'm forgetting his first name. God damn it. Travis Homer Simpson.
Yeah,
that is correct. Travis Homer Simpson.
Nice.
It's a good one. All right, Jay, board yours.
I mean, I love the category, so let's go 300.
Okay, 300. I gotta wait for the pause to reset, but last name of Star Wars director plus first name of Bears center on top of all-time best long snapper the Bears have ever had. 3 names only on this one. Resuming.
Buzzer. There we go. Okay.
Nick?
All right. Okay. Lucas Patrick Manley.
That is correct.
Nice.
That is correct. Lucas Patrick Manley. Lucas Patrick was a Bears center somehow in 2022. That was a great name find, but
why not?
Yeah. Throw that out there wherever you can.
This is great, Drew.
Yeah, very well done.
I mean, this is great.
All right, Nick, where are you going?
400. Let's keep it going.
400. All right. An electric NBA coach for the LA, NY, or New York, and Miami. Same name as a Bears DE in 95. Also, the less talented wide receiver Brother Bear in 2019-2020.
Oh my God. I can't think of his fucking name.
Anyone? 3?
I don't have it.
Nick?
Okay. Pat, Riley. Riley. Fuck. Hold on. Ridley.
Yes. Pat Riley
Nice.
Ridley.
Yeah.
Pat Riley Ridley.
What the
Oh,
fuck? I
do
know
you
it's.
remember when he got drafted out of Georgia and we thought he was going to be something?
I
Absolutely.
don't even remember that, to be honest with you.
I do remember, and he never dressed for a single game, I don't think.
No, absolutely did not. All right, Nick.
Uh,
Last one. We finishing off?
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish it off.
Let's finish off. Name that Bear connection. All right. Here we go. Star wide receiver 1 out of South Carolina and Bear from 2012 to 2016. And the Bears broadcaster since 1997. Formal name, probably. Nick?
Alshon Jeffrey Joniak.
That is correct. Alshon
love
Jeffrey
it.
Joniak.
Yeah.
Shout out Jeff Joniak. That dude calls a hell of a Bears
The
game.
best.
Yeah.
All right. Where we going, Nick?
Let's go Bears QBs for 300.
Bears QBs 300. There have only been 5 Bears QBs since 1990 to start every game of an entire season for the Chicago Bears. Name 4 of them.
God.
Jay.
I don't love this, but Cutler,
Correct.
Kramer,
Correct.
Caleb Williams,
Correct. Need one more.
and Mitch.
I'm sorry. that's
Oh, no,
incorrect.
Mitch isn't right.
Mitch is not right. Nick, you got one?
Yeah, I'm gonna say so. I don't know if I'd say the ones you said were right, but like Cutler, Kramer, Caleb last year, and I believe Mitch started every game in 2018. So Mitch, is that what you
Jay
said?
said Mitch.
I did say it. That's
Oh.
what I said.
I gotta ding you
yeah,
on that one.
that's
but
fair.
it is Harbaugh, Kramer, Rex,
Oh,
Rex,
Rex.
Jay,
God damn it!
and Caleb.
I knew it was a good year.
See, I figured it. I figured he had a.
Moosh had it. Moosh had a Rex Cutler.
Yeah.
He had Jim Miller though earlier.
Miller's a good call.
Jim Miller had a lot of. All right, Nick, board's still yours. Where are we going?
200 Bears quarterbacks.
Bears QBs 200. This Bears quarterback has the most games played at the position as a Bear. Hold on. 2, 1, open. Nick,
Jay Cutler.
that is incorrect.
Fuck.
Jay,
Jim McMahon.
that is incorrect as well. We are gonna go with the one, the only Sid Luck.
Oh,
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's throwback. Tried to not have as many throwbacks in this one as I could, but all
Yeah,
right, Nick,
well-
where are we going?
I gotta get out of the old the graveyard, dude.
Yeah. We're gonna do. Oh man, we're gonna do Bears leaders for 200.
Bears leaders for 200. This defensive spark plug is the all-time Bears leader in tackles with 1488. Jay,
Singletary
is correct.
Yep.
Back on the schneid there, bud. All right,
All right.
where are we going?
I mean, let's go Kings of the North for 100.
Kings of the North for 100. This team has won the NFC North / Central ever since it's been a division, the most times as a division. Jay?
The Packers.
It's incorrect.
Is it the
Oh.
Nick?
Okay. The Vikings.
No, it's gonna be the Bears.
It's going to be the Vikings.
No,
Yeah, I was
what
gonna
the
say,
It's the
hell?
Vikings.
It's to say
gonna
it's
be
not the Bears. I know it's not the Bears.
How is it not the Packers?
That's crazy.
God,
I would have
bless
said
America.
Packers if I got it
Here
first. anyway.
in the North, you got to know that it was
They've
in like
never
the
won a Super
North and
Bowl.
the Central and all of that kind of weirdness. But the most counted wins of the division since the 60s, since it like
God.
the NFL became its thing. Was
Imagine having the most division titles of any team of a historic division and not having a single
Never
Super Bowl to
winning
show
a
for
Super
it.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
But it's tough.
all right. Even though, or Nick, where are we going?
I think it's Jay.
No, you just
No, you got it.
You got it with the Vikings.
Oh yeah, I got it. Never mind. I thought I got it wrong. Let's go to Kings of the North 200.
200. How many Super Bowls have been won by teams in the NFC North? Nick?
4.
Incorrect. Jay?
Five.
It is.
God,
It is 5.
I forgot about 96 or 97,
Yep.
whatever. Yep.
Yep. 67, 68, 97, and 11 for Green Bay and the Bears.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know that the Lions and the Vikings have never won one.
Right. Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
I was like, if I can just think of how many the Packers have won real
Yeah,
quick,
exactly.
I'll be like buzzing right now.
Yeah.
Did I give you points on that one? I'm giving you points anyway. We got to get you off the schneid here.
Yeah,
All right. Where are you going, Jay?
Let's stay in the category for 3.
All
That's how
right.
I
Kings
always
of the
do it in
North.
Jeopardy.
The NFC North all-time receiving leaders list has 6 Green Bay wide receivers in the top 10. Name 5 of them.
Oh wow. I'm not gonna get it, but let's have a fun time. Devontae Adams.
Yep.
Donald Driver.
Yep.
Oh, and I'm already freaking out. This is embarrassing. Greg Jennings.
Chat's helping you. Your chat's helping you.
I'm not looking at the chat, but Greg Jennings.
Yep.
Bubba Franks.
Oh.
I know that's terrible.
Can't give you that
I'm
one.
sorry. I was
Can't give you
panicking.
that one. Nick, you want a shot?
Yeah. So when you say NFC North all-time receiving leaders, we're talking about, is this since it became the NFC North, or is this all time?
All time. Well, since it became the NFC North. Sorry.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Did Jay say Jordy Nelson? I don't think he did.
No,
He did
I'll
not.
take Jordy
not.
Nelson. It's my
Jordy
add-on.
Nelson. I need one more.
Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb would be on
Okay.
there.
Very good.
The other 2 that we're looking for are James Jones and
Yeah,
Devontae.
He said the other 2. Yeah.
Honestly, don't remember James Jones, to be honest with you.
I feel like he was the hoodie guy. He was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
He
Oh,
was
made
the
that-
hoodie master.
He looked like he was a weird looking dude.
All right, Nick. Continuing.
Yeah, let's keep going. 400.
All right, let's get into 400 Kings of the North. Vince Lombardi and George Halas are 1 and 2 on the highest winning percentage of the NFC North teams. Coaches, name the man in the number 3 spot. Nick,
I feel like it's probably not a Bears, but I'm gonna say Ditka because I feel like they won a lot when he was there.
it is not Mike
Yeah.
Ditka. Jay, you got a shot?
Yeah. Mike McCarthy.
Ooh, it's a
Is it-
good. That's
Is it
a
Holmgren?
good-
Yeah, I was thinking of one
Actually-
of the Packers guys.
Their current coach. at
Oh,
Matt LaFleur,
wow. Wow.
66.8%.
Mooj wrote Wanstead, which is a great guess. A great guess.
If his mustache could win games.
The stash.
Yeah. If his mustache could win games. All right, Nick. Limited categories left. What we got?
Let's go with let's see one go through the hoop. Let's go Bears quarterbacks for 100.
Thank God.
Bears QBs. This quarterback is the all-time passing yards leader. Nick.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler would be correct there.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going next?
Let's go to Coach's Corner for 100.
Coach's Corner. From 2015 to 2017, this head coach had an abysmal 4-34 record with the Bears. Oh, got to reset your buzzers. Sorry, give it a second. Jay?
That would be John Fox.
That would be John Fox. Correct.
Good call.
Also, I'm seeing Mooj, you got to give Wani some love, and no one gives Wani more love than a nice $15 bottle of whiskey from the Jewel Osco. I'll tell you that much right now. That man gets a lot of love. from a nice cheap bottle
You
of
gotta
whiskey.
buy that man's whiskey. Oh man, that's great.
Man. It's plastic
right, Jay.
bottles too.
It sure is. You Coach's Corner 200. I need to feel better about myself here.
All right. 4 head coaches since 1980 have had a 500 winning percentage and above with the Bears. Name them. Nick?
Okay. I don't know. I mean, Ben Johnson's 2-2, so I'm gonna say him. I'm gonna say Ditka.
Mm-hmm.
Nagy had a better. I believe he was right around 500, and that leaves me one more. Yeah. Lovey Smith.
Lovey Smith. That would be correct.
That was
Ditka,
good.
Lovey, Nagy, and BJ.
I would not have gotten the Ben Johnson one. That was clever.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
All right. Where to?
Let's do Coach's Corner for 4.
Coach's Corner for 4. This offensive coordinator made 2 treks through the Bears organization from 96 or 93 to 96 and 05 to 09.
Can I
Jay?
do Turner here?
That,
No.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
I already said that one. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna give that one to you because Norv.
Did I say Norv?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna give
no,
that
no,
one to
dude. Jeopardy. Like, who is Turner, dude?
you.
Who is
Who is
Turner?
Turner. Michael Berner Turner. All right, I'll give that to you.
Michael Bernard Turner from North Chicago, by the way, Lake County guy.
Yes, sir. Northern Illinois. All right, finish off one of the 2 categories or go to leaders.
Let's finish off Kings of the North.
Kings of the North. Okay. The Chicago Bears have won the North as it has been a division since 67, 11 times other than their 5-year run from 1984 to 1988. Name 4 other years out of the 6 in which they won the division. Nick, give it a try.
All right. 01, 06, 18. And there's one more. I'll say 05.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
01, 05, 06, and 18. You got other 2 were 10
Oh yeah, 2010. That's right.
and 90. 10 and 90.
I don't remember
All right.
the 2010 team.
That was the year they went to the NFC Championship against the Packers.
Oh my God, duh. Yeah. Okay.
They lost
Yep.
against the Packers. That was
Yep.
a devastating game.
It was not good. Caleb Haney time.
Mm, mhm.
All right, where are we going, Nick?
Let's finish off coaches for 500.
Coaches for 500. The Chicago Bears finished this coach's career as a defensive coordinator in 2022 and 2023, leading to an early resignation due to health and
Oh,
family
fuck.
concerns.
What was that guy's name?
Anyone?
Who is Washington? Wasn't it his last name?
I'm not even gonna count that a guess, but I kind of know where you're going. It's a suspect name, but that would be the only Alan Williams.
Okay.
I remember when we would talk about that because he had to resign due to health and family concerns. But
Yeah.
it's just like we're blaming this guy because they suck.
No, but like, didn't they like have the FBI raid the building?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and I still don't think we have answers.
I think
of what went on
Yeah.
with that.
yeah,
All
wild
right.
stuff.
We're gonna go through
Yeah, let's do
Bears
300.
leaders?
Yeah.
300?
Yeah.
All right. Bears leaders 300. This larger than life bear was known for his nickname, but also is the Bears record holder for safeties. Hint, recent Hall of Fame inductee.
Oh,
Nick?
Mongol, Steve McMichael.
Yeah, that would be correct. Steve Mongo McMichael, RIP. All right. That guy would
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
RIP.
Yep, 400.
4. This Bears kicker is the leader with 332 field goals attempted. Jay?
Is it Robbie Gould? It's not. I know it.
Okay.
No.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Is it Kevin Butler?
That
Yeah.
would be Kevin Butthead.
Kevin Butthead Butler. Yeah.
All righty. Finish it off here. 500 Bears leaders. 2 Bears are the leaders for TD receptions in a season with 15, which might be broke this year. Kudos to Rome. Name either of them.
15. Ugh.
What do we got, Nick? Or Jay? Jay?
Oh, no. Was it me?
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
press it.
no. Bummer, dude. No idea. So pass. I suck.
He buzzed in to say pass.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick, if either of one of you have gotten this, I would have almost thrown you the Jeopardy. But
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I remember one of them was like when I think last year we were talking about, because I think it was like kind of going viral that like the Bears drafted a receiver like in the first round, and they're like I didn't know if it was touchdowns in a season, but it was like single season receivings. It was like I think it was this Dick Gordon guy, and he was like 1,000,000 years old. And like, who the fuck is this guy?
who the fuck is that guy? And
Ken Kavanaugh from 1947.
That's
how bad the Bears wide receivers are. Or the quarterbacks. So
I was gonna say Devin Aroma should do, but you didn't let me answer.
Yeah, well, fair.
I think ultimately this shows me that you guys like the name game the most. So we might be playing the name game in the future of that.
I enjoyed that. That was fun. Well
Thank
done.
you for
That was great, Drew.
Thanks for putting that together. That was good.
Yeah. Thank you for appeasing my trivia itch in that one, boys. May go on or may not. I mean, I now have bought a subscription to Jeopardy Labs for the lifetime. So we might be doing some new boards in the future.
We're gonna be shoehorning that into the show whenever we can.
Yeah. Whenever we can. All right. So great Jeopardy. Thanks guys for appeasing that. But gonna close it out here. We got our closing thoughts. And AJP. What is AJP, Moosh?
I hope that's not who I think it is, because if that's the case, I'd be very upset by that, to be honest with you. Is it AJ Przinsky? Is that who he's talking about?
It might be. He might be talking about. Hey, that's an all-time Sox. Yeah,
you got Przinsky, dude.
He doesn't like it. Well, Nick,
he doesn't like
now
it.
that you're
guy,
on,
but I hate him.
As an AJ Przinsky lookalike, give me your closing thoughts of the week here.
That's nothing. I actually didn't have anything prepared, but the AJ Przinsky thing kind of got me thinking. It's funny. So like,
got me thinking. I'm gonna kill Moog.
This is more. No. This is more of just like a really embarrassing old story. But like when I was probably like, I don't know, like 20, 25, 26, I'd be down in the city, and I would always get really drunk, and I would tell people that I was Coy Hill. Do you remember Coy Hill?
I remember
backup catcher. Because I kind of looked, he was a white guy with like a beard, and like nobody knew what he looked like. I would tell people I was Coy Hill.
Oh God.
And I don't think anybody knew who I was talking about, but every once in a while, somebody like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And I was like, "Yeah." It never did anything for me, but it was fun. So that's my closing thought. Yeah, right. Closing thought. Shout out Coy Hill for being a very vague-looking white guy with a beard.
Oh man, no, honestly, like it's like the Iowa football team went through Marquette, man. It's like, yeah, like just like backup strong safety or something. Like I don't know, like just trying to get my work.
Might get in this week. I don't know.
Yeah, like,
coach has been on my ass. Like
visiting a friend. What? Jose Canseco, dude. That's how I reeled. Anyway.
I used to do that all the time. Cal State Fullerton. I play baseball for Cal State.
That was one too. Yeah.
Oh man.
Who the fuck does that? Jay, give me your closing thoughts this week.
I don't want to. No. Oh God, let me try to breathe here. I'm thinking Cal State Fullerton and the Iowa third string strong safety. And anyway, closing thoughts for me this week. Me and Margaret bought the girls' bunk beds. So, Nick, we were talking about this pre-show. We are merging the girls into the same room, 2.5, 5.5 years old. looking to be a lot of fun. We've been having them in the same room, like, you know, pack and play in bed and everything. It's been going really well. But then the bed came, then the bunk bed came, and Margaret, my wife, did an awesome job of like ordering this great bunk bed. It has like stairs that go up. And she asked me like very specifically, do you want to have someone come in and build it? Like it's only like $150. And they're like, no, dude.
Yeah.
That's me. I got like, come on. White collar guy, but like I can put a bunk bed together, you know. And it has not been going well. It's really not been going well.
Oh my God.
And it's a little bit emasculating, but I thought it was going to take like a couple hours in it, and we're like on a couple days. We're on a couple of days now, and like I'm fucking stuff up, having to undo stuff. So I don't know. I wouldn't say like, hey, like my recommendation, and it's just a story, but my recommendation isn't like, you know, don't pay $50 to do it. Like, it just don't be me and suck at this shit, and it's really frustrating. So I don't know.
It's also not like a bike. Like you're essentially saying like, I'm gonna build a swing set for my.
There's like a trillion pieces, dude.
Yeah. Dude,
there's like 157 A, C, and D. They're not like.
Oh my God! At the beginning of COVID, I bought myself like a nice executive desk because I had a really shitty home desk, you know.
Yeah.
And I picked it up on like a Sunday night at Office Max or wherever the fuck I got it from, and I was like, all right, I'll put this together tonight. I'll be ready for work tomorrow. I started at like 9 o'clock. I was up till 4 in the morning putting that thing together, and like that was a desk. It wasn't. People don't sleep on it. It wasn't. It didn't have safety standards. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't even imagine a bed like that's a bunk bed. Like basically two beds. You're basically putting two beds together and a deck on top of that.
Like I can't like take shortcuts because like my 5-year-old is just gonna be like suspended 4 feet off the ground, literally on top of my 2-year-old. Like it's like I gotta make sure it's done okay.
Yeah, right.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. It's gonna have like a stepbrother situation where just like the beds just like smush into each other.
Yep.
It kind of correlates to my closing thoughts, but it was more of it took over for me, Jay. And I know I've been talking about all of this recently, but it makes the most sense. And now this is affirming to me that we pay for movers nowadays.
Yeah.
We're moving soon. I will not. I think I told my wife the other day, oh, we got limited stuff. I only need to move a few beds here or there. I'll just run to U-Haul. I'll get it done. Yeah. That is affirming to me. You pay for the things that like you didn't used to do in college. Like I'm not going to invite my buddies over and have them drink a 30 rack and eat a pizza and move 20 pieces of furniture. We're going to pay for those. We're going to pay for those nowadays. That's
the way to go. That's the way to go. I helped a friend move recently, and it's just come on, man.
Yeah. Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah.
Pete Weber for the win.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to close it out. I want to thank Mooj for lighting up the chat tonight and playing some trivia with us, and telling Nick that he looks like AJ Przinsky, because that's going to sit with him for the next couple of days.
It's okay. I'll just watch the Cubs win and I'll be happy about it. And just kidding.
If they win, yeah,
they are not going to. They.
But for Nick Lavris, Jason Maxwell, me here, Drew Bailey, we appreciate you guys all for listening, talking with us a little bit. Keep joining in as much as you possibly can and contributing. We've had some more active audience lately, so we love to see that. And as always, guys, we'll catch you on the flip side for a review show later this week for the Bears versus Commanders. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Barely Qualified podcast. Like, comment, subscribe for more on a bi-weekly basis.